Seats are here. Seats are here. Okay, so got the seats now. Got these at a pretty good price, but can sort of see why. I didn't really get good enough pictures, but they are very dirty. I mean, the thing is, at least they're in sort of good condition physically, if that makes sense. So it doesn't look like there's any sort of tears, rips, scratches, any sort of airbags or whatnot. They just look like they need a good clean. Like you can see, there's loads of like dust and crumbs and fluff. The driver's one looks the dirtiest, like if you can see. There's God knows how anyone gets the seats this dirty. I mean, you know, I've got the ST at the moment, and that's done 63,000 miles, and the seats look pretty brand new. Just strange how people do not take care of their cars. I have no idea. There is a slight rub there. It's a hell of a lot of creasing. How the hell? I mean, these seats supposedly have only done about 30-something thousand miles, and they do look like they need quite a bit of TLC. I mean, it's no massive biggie. Oh, it looks like there's a little bit of, yeah, there's a bit of wear on this side. So I think at some point I'm gonna have to look at getting some sort of upholstery guy. You can sort of see there it's dipped where the driver's been getting in and out. So will need sorting, but hopefully they look a lot better once they're all cleaned up. Bolsters feel okay. That all feels okay. It's just the driver's side which obviously does get more wear, but it's still quite strange how it has got that kind of wear to it. But yeah, let's try and see if I'm going to see if I can borrow a vac carpet cleaner and see if I can get these as good as possible. Okay, so I've worked on one seat up to now. I'm fairly pleased with the result. I'll show you sort of the products I've been using to give them a clean. So first of all, what I've been doing is giving them a brush, hoover. Then I looked at anti-backing, obviously not just with the coronavirus, but I just want to make sure they are totally clean. Then I used some leather polish on the leather and some, what's this, the Grease Lightning stain shifter and some carpet stain remover. With the brush, wiped it down with this, always wiped them down with the microfiber, as well as the leather cleaner. Something I've seen with cleaning leather steering wheels is using a magic eraser, because it kind of just scuffs up the surface, really gives it a clean. So just doing like a bit of a close-up again, just to show you. So that is one that's not been treated. Look, all the leather is horrible and shiny. It's got loads of stains, and there's still kind of like dirt in the corners. And then this is one that I've just gone over quickly. So this is all just stuff that I had in the house, nothing fancy. I'm gonna see if I can get a Vax cleaner, but I mean, even if you just look quickly, look at that, all the shiny leather, greasy, dirty stains. And if you look at this one now, the leather is pretty nice now, probably as good as it's gonna be. Sorry, my hands are marking because it's still slightly damp, but again, the fabric, and it smells a lot nicer as well. But even just looking closely, you know, for the money, I suppose I can't really complain. It does need a little bit more TLC, but look at the difference in that. Look at that horrible shiny leather, and that's much nice and clean now. Totally cleaned everything, but yeah, you can sort of really see the difference. Even look at the Recaro logo. It looks quite dirty on that one, and this one it's quite a nice bright white. So they've come out quite well. Fairly pleased. See if I can stand back and show the difference as well. I think you can definitely see how with just some products that you can have lying around the house, really, you can make such a difference. But if I can get a Vax, I'll give it one last going over before they get fitted into the car. Okay everyone, so finished cleaning up the MK7 ST seats. Overall pretty happy, sort of give it about an 8 out of 10 if I had to sort of mark myself on a DIY upholstery clean and sort of get some life back into these things. I'll try and do some nice close-ups just so you can sort of see. Really try to clean them as best as I can with the products I had. I mean, there is still obviously creasing going on there in the leather. Comment below if there's any way I can get rid of that. If it's, I'm just gonna have to live with it, eventually get it reupholstered, that's fine. Again, it's the same, it's just one of those things, isn't it, with the driver's side. Pretty pleased. The leather in a way has come out pretty well. Recaro logos, nice and bright now, not all like, they looked all grey, a bit brown. I couldn't actually believe how, in a way, how dirty these were. The amount of brown dirt that was coming out. How dirty was the person who had this car? And they smell a lot better as well. I've got to say, they smell a lot better. Looking at the rails, again, they look a lot better than they did, because they were filthy with dirt before. I mean, these sides aren't too bad, but at least everything has been anti-backed and thoroughly scrubbed. So, pretty happy with them, really. Let me know what you think. What you think, sort of my own little DIY job. Hoping these do fit in nicely with the car. I know a couple of other people have done them, so I'll be giving them a little shout out once these seats are fitted, just to say a big thank you to them. So I paid, just in case you were wondering, so I paid £300 for these. They were from a car that basically was getting stripped, and like I said, God knows what the previous owner did, but they've definitely gone to a better home than the previous owner. So yeah, I think the next video, or anyway the next part video to this, will obviously be when I bought some OMP frames, seat base frames, so that I can attach the OMP seat base to the car, and then these should bolt onto the top of them, if that makes sense, and that's the way you get them to fit. And underneath, it's got all the original MK7 wiring, but what I'll be doing is I'll be taking these out. So I've not actually spent time cleaning these, because I'll replace both of these with the ones that are in the MK6, and the cable as well. That'll be going in the MK6 wire loom, basically keeping that exactly the same. So it's just the physical seats that are changing. Now these are heated seats, and I'm hoping that I will be able to get them to work in the Mark 6 at some point. But yeah, pretty happy. Pretty happy with how they turned out. Thanks everyone for watching. See you again soon.